What is going on, boys? It is YaroWins, and I'm back with another formation and tactics guide video. Now, as you may have seen in my previous video yesterday, the 4-3-1-2 formation and system, I believe, is the best or one of the best formations and systems to actually start off with. That system led me to win all my placement games, and obviously I got 125k for that, and then I've managed to invest those coins into this squad. Now, I've tried to build a La Liga squad, didn't really work. Bundesliga one, I think, is the way to go, really. But I've decided to try this Serie A 3 at the back system with the 3-5-2 formation. Now, as we know in real life, a lot of Italian teams do use this, and I think this is the only league where you can kind of use this formation, really, because they have those kind of players like Hakimi, Gosens. They obviously are wide players that can also defend. So yeah, we will see how effective this system actually is in FIFA 21, because we know 3 at the back is a very risky kind of formation, and in previous FIFAs it's been exploitable. But yeah, we will see in the actual gameplay how effective it is. So going straight into the custom tactics, I've decided to test and try whether pressure on heavy touch is as overpowered as it has been in previous years. Now, we know that many a time this has been sort of the go-to defensive style. It obviously brings pressure to your opponent, you win the ball, and you generally control the game and have that constant, I guess, well, pressure over your opponent. Where they make mistakes, you can basically intercept, and then you can go and attack and hopefully score. So in terms of the defensive width, again, to avoid the pitfalls obviously of potentially getting caught down the wings or leaving those gaps, I guess, on the wide areas of the pitch, I've gone quite high on the width, so 7 bars. For the depth, I've gone a bit higher than balanced on 6, because I have quite fast centre backs, and obviously the left and right mid are almost full backs. They're going to track back as well to help. So I think I can get away with playing quite deep, or not as deep as other formations, quite high up the pitch rather. And yeah, that should be a fine defensive style for this system. In terms of the offensive style, long ball, I think, from obviously the 4-3-1-2, which you may have tried or seen, this tactic is very effective, especially if you have sort of big and fast strikers, good attack positioning. Obviously Immobile and Lautaro Martinez have that in abundance, so they should be good. And yeah, you should be aiming to get sort of similar players, but again, you will just see how this system works and then you can work around it. Now, in terms of the offensive width, again, you don't want players going too wide because they are already wide in their natural positions. You want them coming in a bit, having that space in the middle to actually, you know, do through balls, have some passing, and obviously getting into those central positions for your 2 central strikers to hopefully get in the box and score. Players in the box, 6 bars. Again, this is up to your personal choice how risky you want to be. You could go higher, you could go lower, but I think 6 is balanced enough. And yeah, in terms of the actual instructions, so for both strikers, so for me, Martinez and Immobile, I'm going to have stay central, get in behind, stay forward. These 2 guys are your main focal point. You always want them to be getting in there, getting into the box, being ready for through balls, for crosses, and yeah, staying central, getting in behind, stay forward, for them is the only instructions you really will want. Now, for your cam, this is kind of a free roll, so you want him probably staying forward. In terms of the support on crosses, again, this is up to you. Because you already have target men in the box, maybe you want the cam to stay on the edge, maybe have some shots outside the box if it falls to him. But I think balanced works well for that. And then free roam, because you want that player to have that attacking freedom, really, because of the static nature of your strikers being constantly in the center of the pitch. Now, for the left and right mid, you want to have come back on defense, stay wide, balance support for your left mid because he's not as fast as Hakimi on the right, and balance crossing runs. So Hakimi come back on defense as well, stay wide, and then get in behind because of his pace. Now for your two defensive mids, balance defense on both, stay back while attacking for at least one of them. Realistically, you will probably want on both. On the other hand, because you have three centre backs, you kind of have that cover there, especially with your left and right mid coming back. So you could potentially have one of these unbalanced, but again, it's up to you. And yeah, guys, those are the instructions and the tactics. This is the formation, and let's actually get into a game and see how this actually plays in FIFA 21. So boys, as we actually get into the gameplay clips, this was the first squad that I ended up facing. So as we see, a very good team, especially in sort of the first couple of days of FIFA. So this is Division 2 gameplay, and yeah, I really got to start by saying this 3-5-2 system really surprised me. Even sort of considering that I thought of this system, I designed it, it really did surprise me how effective it was, and it worked exactly the way that I described it and the way that I was hoping. So what I found with the pressure on heavy touch, this was a fantastic decision, and you will see in the clips what I'm saying. There were so many occasions where I was pressuring the opponent, stole the ball, and then quickly drove forward and basically made use of the counter-attacking opportunities. And the transition in play is so quick. Like you can see in these goals, literally, I might have won the ball with my defense. Straight away, just one through ball, completely cuts through the opponent, and invariably it was getting me sort of one-on-one opportunities or just any dangerous goal scoring chances. And yeah, what you do need to consider is this does take defensive skill also. Because you're using centre backs, it is a bit of a transition, and it's not the same obviously as using full backs with two centre backs. But once you have sort of come to terms with it and you get used to the system, it is unbelievably effective. And what I found as well in FIFA 21, I think that having elite centre backs is going to be very important, because Koulibaly was just immense. He was a rock at the back, always winning the ball. Because he's got that little pace upgrade as well this year, he was even more effective, and with his strength he was really just breaking up play and giving me such good cover at the back. And then obviously Manolas is the sort of the quick guy, and Skriniar is the sort of, I guess, out and out defender. And yeah, he was very solid. Again, with Hakimi and Gosens, they were dropping back as intended when needed to be sort of like a left and right back. But Hakimi was a very useful outlet. Gosens less so because he's not as fast, but he was also solid. And yeah, really, as you can see there, again, another interception by Koulibaly. Just two passes later, and then you've got another breakaway and yet another goal. And yeah, you would have thought that playing with this formation, normally it's very risky. It's been effective in the past, but you usually concede a lot of goals. But for me, it's opposite. I'm scoring a bucket load, and I'm not really conceding any. Now again, you can see sort of on the left side, Manolas wins the ball, gives it to my CDM. Couple of passes. This is just a fantastic move. Great one-touch passing. This is an absolutely fantastic goal. Was very happy with that. And yeah, on a side note, Lautaro Martinez is an absolute animal. Immobile also, but Martinez has been absolutely fantastic. And again, this will show you. Great overlap by Hakimi. What a goal. It's unfortunate that the replays are getting skipped, but that was an amazing bicycle kick by Lautaro. Great cross by Hakimi. And yeah, this is also kind of showing us that crossing is going to be a thing. Heading also sometimes. But yeah, this 3-5-2 formation and system, absolutely amazing, very fun to use. And I think this could be the next step after the 4-3-1-2. because I still think my 4-3-1-2 is probably the best to start off with, because for this particular formation you would need these kind of players, like the Serie A players that are suitable for this formation. But yeah guys, in general, I hope you enjoyed this video. If it will help you out, if you do try out this formation, let me know in the comments. As always, leave a like, it'd be very much appreciated. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, which will help me out a lot. And yeah guys, I'll see you very soon with loads more content. Peace.